Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with your ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Right, what up? Hello, welcome to the Thursday KVJ After the Show broadcast. Got your emails, texts, all that kind of good stuff coming up. I saw somebody had text in right at the end of the show when I was playing the Backstreet Boys. They said, Kev, another boy band song? Come on, man. Get the bosses to let you play some Weezer or Foo Fighters.
No shit.
Right.
I like that. Yeah, there's some Weezer up in this piece.
Yeah.
Randy, you never know.
Do we have a Weezer song that we play? Is there
I
anything?
think Island in the Sun is a Weezer song we have played before.
I know we play the crap out of some Green Day. We play that When September Ends and Time of Your Life.
Have you had the time of your life?
Yeah, we play the crap out of those two.
Gosh, that song that still gets played a lot. The Time of Your Life song.
Yeah, it tests really well. They test these songs with people. I don't know who, but they test them with somebody somewhere, and they always come back and like, that's a great testing song. That's a radio term for you.
It's really tough though to play music for the masses.
Yeah.
We're lucky. We have a very diverse audience. I'm talking old, young, men, women of all over. So you're going to get people never on the same page when it comes to music.
Yeah, it is. And that's what's really tough. That's what a radio station programmer is trying to do. And that's why the formats are so segmented, is they're just for a specific type and they just pound the same damn songs over and over again. They've had stations that would play a wide spectrum of different variety of music and they tank. They don't do well and the ratings suck on them. And so, yeah, it's a challenge. I'm glad I don't do it. It'd be frustrating.
There was a time back a wild, I think a good 2.5 years where we didn't play any music during the morning show. Remember that?
Yeah. I
the golden
prefer that.
years.
Yeah, I prefer that, but, hey, it is what it is. One day, we'll be back there.
I just remember that 9 o'clock was always kind of our dirtier hour. I always loved the 9 o'clock hour.
Got a little riskier,
It was so fun.
Yeah.
You could save your filthy material.
Filthier. I don't think we're saying, horrific things.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had my way. I mean, no offense to Foo Fighters, of course, or Weezer, but I'd rather not even play them. I'd rather just talk. And
you'd rather do a 2-hour full-on show, 2 hours of material? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I've told you. I'd basically like to just go for 2 hours where you just get KVJ, and you know what? And then I can go home and listen to the Foo Fighters.
Exactly. That's how I feel about music on the radio.
Yeah.
You don't have to combine yourself with Foo because not everybody likes Foo that likes you.
Yeah, so if you like Foo, go listen to Foo. If you like boy bands, go listen to boy bands, whatever. If you like KVJ, listen to us, and then go listen to whatever music you like.
Every time a boy band song comes on, somebody texts me, "Oh, the fucking boy band again, really?" I'm like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
We hate you. You've gone soft.
Yeah, because everyone has my number again.
Yeah, and the numbers that come back to us when you play the songs that we have with all the tests they do, it works the best for what we got to do, and that's get ratings. So that's why they do what they do. So it's luckily, like I said, something I've never concerned myself with because it would drive me crazy.
Well, you don't have any control over it. And if you can't control a situation, it's madness to try to.
Yeah.
To control the uncontrollable, you'll fucking lose your mind.
I hate the rating system and I hate testing. And so it would be, my world would be both.
Yeah, that would be rough.
I'd rather be an accountant. The Foo Fighters did get nominated for next year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class. They were part of 16 acts that are going in. So congrats to the Foos. That's great, and that's well-deserved, without a doubt. One of the greatest acts, I think, of the last quarter century. Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Rage Against the Machine is going in. That's cool. Tina Turner, Devo, Carole King, LL Cool J, and Iron Maiden even is going in.
Wow.
Carole King. Fuck yeah, she deserves it.
Okay. I don't have any argument with any of those. They all sound good to me. Devo, I'm kind of surprised because they didn't have a ton of songs. They had Whip It, and even in alternative, I don't know.
Devo?
Yeah.
I'm not so impressed with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm feeling Devo because, there's some other acts that became eligible that could have been nominated that didn't. Backstreet Boys Sugar Ray, Ben Folds 5.
Ben Folds 5?
Yeah, could have, but they didn't.
They're never going to get in.
Yeah, Garbage. Incubus, which to me, put Incubus in there. They've had a good run.
But even like a Ben Folds 5, I love them. But they had one, major hit.
Yeah, yeah. Jewel, D'Angelo, and the Chemical Brothers.
Jewel.
I have such a crush on Jewel.
I love Jewel.
So do I.
Yeah.
She talks so much in her little podcast stints that I've listened to her on. I love hearing her.
Yeah, she's fun.
Fascinating stories.
I'm gonna send you a song of hers. It's called "I'm Sensitive."
Oh, is it about you, Pumpkin?
I'm sensitive.
It's such a over the top, emotional, feely song.
Bitch ass song.
Oh, you'll hate it because it's such a bitch ass song. I love it though.
Your BAS.
It's a BAS.
BAS.
Oh, you'll listen to it. Go. Oh my gosh! Stop fucking complaining.
Bird, I can't.
You don't like complaining songs.
I don't, because you're Jewel. Shut the fuck up. What do you have to be so sad about? You're Jewel. Stop. Same for you, Sam Smith. We see you.
She's sensitive.
But you're a national recording artist. All your hopes and dreams came true. You can't cry.
Going pretty well for you.
That's why it's tough for not all people, but some people just have a tough time feeling bad for rich celebrities.
Yeah.
When they start complaining about shit.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and everybody thinks you're doing weird stuff and sex trafficking and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's the latest thing going on. There's a little bit of an update with if you're following any of the Epstein stuff that is going on. I guess the newest addition to all the allegations that are going on here is that he was doing arranged marriages.
What?
Yeah. The Attorney General of the Virgin Islands named 2 close Jeffrey Epstein associates as defendants in allegations that includes their direct participation in virtually all of the business operations and financial activities of Epstein's trafficking network, including facilitating forced marriages among Epstein's victims to secure their immigration status.
Wow.
A lawyer for the Jeffrey Epstein estate said that neither associate had any involvement in any misconduct that Mr. Epstein had of any kind at any time. And so they're saying that, no, we didn't take part in this, but they're not denying that he was forcing some of his victims to get married. What the hell, man? It just gets crazier the more you hear it.
It really does.
So they're still doing that. They did confirm, the estate did, that they've paid out $50 million to victims so far. And they said that it's hard to track everything down because Epstein had at least 140 different bank accounts. Matt, how do you keep track of that?
Damn.
140? You can't keep track of one.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, imagine adding 139 to that list.
I'm overdrawn in one.
Yeah.
Imagine being overdrawn in 139.
Yeah, and then they said all of his properties, including his mansion on Palm Beach, were held by shell companies registered in the Virgin Islands to prevent them from being seized in potential legal action. So,
But yet somehow they managed to sell the property on Palm Beach.
yeah, that's just when you're rich, all those little, I guess they call them tax shelters and all that kind of crap.
If you think Epstein is bad, I've been listening to this new podcast called Evil by Design, all about this Peter Nygaard.
Okay.
And he's kind of the same thing. Evil, child predatory, had a island in the Bahamas, basically.
Yeah.
Peter Nygaard is his name.
Is the Bahamas just chock full of evil people?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I trust anybody who owns an island in the Bahamas.
What these rich guys do is they go over there and they can buy government officials, they can buy large swaths of land and create their own little evil island where they've paid all the officials, they've paid off the police, they can do whatever the hell they want. And Evil by Design is the name of it. It's crazy. I only think it's like 4 episodes, so it's a short podcast.
Do you think if someone is one of those evil guys out there on the island out there, do you think he sits on his couch and goes, I'm evil and I'm on my evil island? Like, does he know he's evil on his evil island, or does he not even think he's evil?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
With some of these guys, I think some of them are, I don't think they care. They probably just don't even think of it. And you'd have to ask somebody, it's like, that it would be a psychologist, because they probably know, okay, if they fit into this personality type,
Yeah.
here's what you're going to see exhibited.
If you're a psychopath like that, you're going to always find a way to justify your behavior.
yeah,
And everyone
you
else
care
will be
about
wrong.
you, nothing else.
And then when you have that much money, you've never, ever had to pay for your sins.
You're right.
Because you just make it all go away with your cash.
You don't struggle.
This guy had everybody on the take in the Bahamas. And it's just crazy to think about that. Yeah, everybody's got a price.
Does everybody?
Especially in a poor country like in the Bahamas.
I mean, would you say Kevin Ralston's got a price? If you want to do something,
I don't know about Kevin, but
seedy,
his wife does.
Seedy, we're not talking murder, but let's say, I don't know, something that's up there. Does Kevin Ralston have a price?
No, not on murder.
No, I didn't say murder. I'm talking maybe like a big cocaine deal. Does Ralston got a price? I've been watching a lot of Better Call Saul, so cocaine's on the brain.
oh, it is, yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody's got a price.
Everybody?
Darn near close everybody for a cocaine deal.
You think I got a price for a cocaine deal?
Definitely.
What's my price then? Fill me out.
I think you'd do it for $1 million.
$1 million? I don't think I would.
I think you would.
What do I have to do? Put it in my butt? And mule it?
Well, I don't think we can get $1 million worth of coke in your butt. Yes, your butt might be large, but
Actually, not. Very small BH.
Very
prove
small.
it.
You don't want to see that thing.
I don't, but I'm just speaking on behalf of KVJ TV. I know they do.
Kevin's got a price. We all got a price now.
I think everybody's got a price, short of like murder and stuff like that.
$1 million is not too low for a cocaine deal. If I have to be the mule, I want more. I'm not risking it all
Hold it out, yeah.
for $1 million. No, that goes quick.
Well, how much coke do you have? It's all relative.
It's a big size Coke.
If you've got $80 million worth of cocaine and you're going to get like, $1 million or $2 million for trafficking it, for moving it.
I want a little bit more. Give
You
me
want more than two?
$5 million. I think you got me.
All right. Well, see, everybody has a price.
Yeah.
Right. Shit, the witch is right. Damn it.
Said it.
And don't worry, we're not going to put it in your butt.
My BH couldn't handle it.
A couple other shows that maybe you can check out about people searching for fame and fortune. Rachel had said, hey, Kev V and maybe Kevin's daughter Caitlin should watch Fake Famous, a documentary experiment with 3 people faking Instagram. Very eye-opening. It's on HBO Max. Somebody had already recommended that to me, so I hope to get to that soon.
That seems good. If it's
Yeah.
on HBO, they don't fuck around. They have great programming.
And it's kind of what they do because there is now becoming a formula on getting fake famous and how to get followers and then how to prop yourself up is looking like I've got all this influence because influence, that's the key word today in advertising. They believe you've got influence, then that's when people start throwing money at you.
Yeah, I forget what it was, but they were talking about you can have an influencer have 3 million people following them. That does not necessarily mean they're able to turn that into dollars for people or have
You're right.
have a product go ape shit. You know what I mean?
Numbers don't mean anything if those numbers can't turn into sales.
Well, then we saw celebrities faking the numbers. I mean, if the celebrities like your Biebers and Gagas are doing that.
Mags was telling me there are kids at her high school that paid for their followers.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's pervasive.
It's become madness, and don't always believe what you're seeing.
You can't.
That's crazy. Another TV recommendation from Cosimo said, wanted to recommend Psych. It's really funny and goofy about a guy pretending to be Psych and to solve crimes. It's a great watch.
Watched the first episode a week ago because KVJ Nation told me to watch it. I watched the suggestions that the Nation gives me.
What'd you think?
You know what? First one, I can see it's got great potential. I'm gonna continue on with it.
Okay. And Jason Pickle Squad is recommending an Amazon show called LOL Australia. It's hosted by Rebel Wilson. And the premise is there are 10 comedians that try to make each other laugh, and the last one to never laugh wins $100,000. It starts off hilarious, gets weird, gets weirder, but it's constantly funny as hell. Had me and the wife rolling. It's 6 30-minute episodes.
I'm writing it down.
Some parts are corny, but most of it's completely silly. Give it a watch. You won't be disappointed.
Could you say it one more time? Because I'm.
LOL Australia on Amazon.
I love it.
Can you spell Australia?
Well, you shut the fuck up.
O-S.
And can you just give me a spelling on LOL?
E-H.
I'm just kidding when I say shut the fuck up. Someone wrote me an email. How can you tell a woman shut the fuck up? I'm like, oh, it's Virginia. Is she really a woman?
Right. And sometimes she should shut the fuck up.
I would never say, like in a fight, I would never be in a fight with a girlfriend and go, shut the fuck up. I wouldn't say.
I'm a man, bitch. Shut up.
Only you, I would say that to.
Another show that I know a lot of people are checking out that has got a cast change is The Mandalorian.
I saw that. She is so lippy. The one that got fired.
Yeah. I don't fully have everything up on this, but Gina Carano is her name. I recognize her.
She's a big part of Mandalorian.
She was in the last season, especially. Yeah, the second one.
She was in both of them. She was big in both of them.
Do you remember her character name? I'm having a hard time finding it.
Chat room will have it. I
Okay.
can't remember it, but yeah.
I think it was Monkey Tits.
Okay. That'd be an
That's
amazing
not right.
name.
I wish Monkey Tits was a Star Wars character.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Shocking.
She has gotten booted off the show. And, I mean, I didn't know her before.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune, is that her name on the show?
Yes.
Okay. So if you saw the show, she's the one, she's a badass. She's like a bounty hunter or something like that, dark hair.
She's a badass. She's a former, like in real life, I think she did fighting. She did something athletic in her real life.
Okay. All right.
She's jacked, very good looking.
Do you know if she's Jewish?
I don't know. I know that she said something, she compared, I think,
Yeah.
politics to Nazis.
Here's what she did. She went on to Instagram. Boy, this just happened like on Tuesday.
Keep in mind, too, this is the second time I believe she's been in very hot water for statements on her.
For popping off.
For just saying what her opinion is on, shit that people are talking about.
Yeah, it said her social media posts were denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities. Are abhorrent and unacceptable. She had several posts on Instagram Tuesday night, including one that likened contemporary political differences to the treatment of Jews in Nazi Germany. She wrote, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And then in another post, she shared a photo of a person wearing multiple cloth masks with the caption, "Meanwhile in California." And both posts were gone by midday Wednesday, which I guess would be yesterday. And then the hashtag Fire Gina Carano began circulating on Twitter just, I guess, yesterday. And bam, Lucasfilm has already cut her.
She's talking about editing history. I'll tell you one thing's going to be edited. Her paycheck.
Oh.
Wow. Some people, including a reporter named Kyle Becker, defended her and said, "This is why you're canceling Gina Carano? Are you effing insane? You're only proving her analogy." He added, Gina Carano called for tolerance and understanding for people of opposing political views, and she got canceled.
Yeah, I don't understand why she got canceled for what she said. If she was saying, look, this is how the Nazis got control, by taking the people and turning them against their own Jewish neighbors, and then they were able to come in and manipulate the situation easier. Is that not the truth?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'll do a deeper dive on it today. I just seen that it flashed up today, and I recognized her because she was a big part in that show, and that's a very popular show. It's doing really well.
I mean, she's a really big part with a really big storyline, and she was becoming a pretty big fan favorite.
But that quote sounds like she wants neighbors to be friends with neighbors and not let political things get in the way.
Wooden Stash Dave is saying that she basically compared how Republicans are treated today to Jewish people persecuted in the Holocaust. And I assume if that's the path that she was going down, that people would take offense, saying that, when you're gassing millions of Jews, that does not compare to Republicans and the treatment they
get. And the other thing, too, Juan in the chat room is 110% right. Kathleen Kennedy, who is a big part of the Star Wars franchise, that's the one where the true fans, we do not like Kathleen Kennedy. She ruined or tried to ruin the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah.
She's very politically correct. Like a PC warrior. That's what Juan said. I mean, she if anything seems like there's a movement of bullshit going, she don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to do a deeper dive and find out what all was going on there. Yeah. People were saying she was an MMA fighter and American Gladiator.
She also stepped in it, and I'm sure the chat room will know this. And
So maybe it's not a first offense.
It wasn't about that. It was a
She's
different
doing her
topic.
own Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, well, what she does is she talks about the hot topics of going, especially in the political climate. She gives her own spin, and when you write it down and not say it, that's how they get you, man. That's, you're not able to explain your point.
I'm amazed at how fast it happened. If she just posted it Tuesday night and we're Thursday morning.
That's quick.
And she was a big part of this last very successful Mandalorian season, and you gone.
That's the rug pulled out from under you.
I mean, it's like, whoop, what? Well, yeah, I mean, her head's got to be spinning.
But if you're talking, you're able to go back and say, well, what I mean is this, ... If you just type something, that's it. You see people get in trouble all the time. Someone will write out a joke, something they've said, and then they write it out, and they're trying to get canceled for that. When you write it out, people perceive it differently.
Yeah, no, that's true. And with the screenshots that happen now, especially if you're any kind of celebrity, people, as soon as you put something out, they will screenshot it because they know that somebody's going to come and try to take it down. Be like, nope, sorry, got it.
I wonder if you asked her today, are you standing by your words? Are you glad you got your opinion out, or do you kind of wish you wouldn't have done that?
Is she an MMA fighter still?
I don't think she is now. Former.
Yeah, she was going into the acting world, and it seems like acting is very much one of those kind of worlds where if they don't like you, it will pass through the lines, and they will, as they call, blackball in the industry.
She can always go back to MMA.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
It's like everything. There's going to be people who are going to be on her side and go, culture. Yeah. And there's going to be people that said, fire her. I don't know what to make of it. Well, you have so many people fighting, and there's so much noise out there.
I just think it's almost where we are, and in the environment, you have to choose one or the other. Am I going to be an entertainer? Am I going to be a political commentary person? And you got to say, look, you're okay to have your own opinions, but you just have to watch, because right now, as divided as things are, people are getting fired just for having opinions.
You're right. If you are an entertainer, you got to ask yourself, what do I want more?
Do I want the heat that some suit at the production company could fire me because I said my opinion?
No one's saying you can't say your opinion.
Right.
You can say as much as you want.
But if that suit don't like what you have to say, and he's the one that signs your check.
Do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right, but I mean, what are you going to do?
You can't fight this. This is what it is.
What can you do?
Yeah, Metal Beard Dan said her acting sucked in The Mandalorian anyways. Not a big loss.
Oh, damn.
Well, Metal Beard Dan is wrong a lot.
Okay.
She was okay. To Metal Beard Dan, that's his name, yes. To his point, I did not like her character in the beginning. It took me a while to warm up with her. By the second season, I was like, all right, this is pretty good. Will I be able to go on with The Mandalorian? Yes.
Mm-hmm. And another show here. It's the VJD show. Cesar has a question, and he said, morning, Jerusalem Kev. I forgot how fantastic it is when you're out in an extended vacation. It becomes the VJD show. I watched the one from 2018. Again, it had me cracking up. During that show, I learned two things. I need to watch it again because Lana and Jameson liquor is apparently a great idea.
Lana loves Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
She really does.
And was this trip to Jerusalem the beginning of the end for the VJD show? You've been out before, and we have just only had KVJ replay. When can we get the VJD show subbing back in? When you're out. Your crazy children, when dad is gone, is hysterical. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a fan favorite, and there's always some entertaining stuff. You get a different element of energy.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of felt like we got mixed signals on that one. We thought the fans liked it, but then we kind of thought at one point, certain people didn't like it.
I think it made
the building
management nervous.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know why. I really don't. I've racked my brain about that.
Yeah,
because I thought we did a really good job, I felt like we did something wrong, and I went back in my head, and I personally stand by everything we did. I don't think it was that crazy at all. To be
VJD is dead.
Yeah,
I don't know that it is.
Virginia's spirit, I think her spirit's lost with it. Once that happens, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when somebody puts a lot of heart into something and they really work hard on trying to make it good, and then they're told that management hated it, which was what we were told.
It was alluded that it wasn't perceived well from whoever. I don't know who.
It's fine. It's dead. I don't care.
But that's what happens when that happens. The spirit is now dead. So I don't know if VJD, kind of like sudden death. I think Virginia just killed the VJD.
She just killed VJD too? My goodness.
I think so.
She's canceling a lot of things.
You're all or nothing with me.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was that crazy. And I know there was the perception was we did all these crazy, like bitty kind of things, which we did, but we did a lot of topic stuff too.
But I think the perception was that it was wild and out of control. And that was actually by design.
Of course.
It was all storyboarded out. It was all outlined. It was a plan to make it sound like created chaos.
Yeah, but we knew we had that foot on the brake.
Management didn't like that because they don't want anything to be out of control or sound too crazy or too wild. And who knows what could bad happen if you leave VJD in there alone. So fine.
And to be quite honest with you, I was never given a specific reason. There was just murmurs of what would happen.
Right.
But we're morons that expect the audience not to notice something like that. Because we did about 6 of those when Kevin was out. You're not out that much.
Yeah.
So it was a thing, and then all of
yeah.
a sudden you're out, and now we're not doing it, but we're still in the studio. It looks weird for the audience.
Well, and I think, when it comes to management, I mean, I got a couple things right now that I can tell you that I'm not sure management's too keen on, but I think sometimes, like with anything, when you believe in something, you got to sometimes, stand your ground and pick your battles and say, hey, I want to push back a little bit on this because I think this should be revisited and it should be given another thought. Look, it may sound insane to you, and you may have people that are, nervous. What are they going to do? Well, that's a big part of the fun of it, and the audience loves that.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't do this all the time. It's something that's special. I mean, how many shows do I miss? Not many.
No, that's why, and you had just recently, in recent years, started taking a little bit more time off, and that's why we started doing it. And the audience did seem to enjoy it.
It's a nice shakeup. So
there's always, 1 or 8
Right.
fuck faces. This fucking sucks. Where the fuck is Kevin at?
That was our boss. That was the exact quote.
No, I again also too. I don't want any drama behind the scenes either.
It may have been a telephone game too, where it wasn't, extolled correctly. There may have just been a comment of concern, and it may have been like, "I hate it." I'd just be like going, "Hey, do we got everything under control? We're not going to have an accidental F-bomb or something like that fly out, right?" And maybe that was it, and then it comes back, and by the time it gets to your ears or your perception, you think the word hate is used.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to keep in mind, too, anytime you do anything creatively, and it gets sort of shot. I mean, that's just the way it is. If people can always say, I create stuff, and I don't give a fuck what people think. We call that a liar.
Yeah, but I think, too, to us, I look at the audience as really our boss.
They are.
And, you may have management, but the boss, to me, is the audience. And if you get enough voices saying, hey, I love when you guys do that, then I think the boss has spoken. That's my thing.
Right,
but it's easy for me to say because I'm off
doing
whatever.
Gaynamer in the chat room says, yeah, management only trusts Kevin. And that's probably true.
That is true. And that's fine.
Yeah,
I won't work harder. Trust me. I'll lay back and not write 9 unique shows while Kevin's out.
Well, it's a weird feeling to try to entertain people and then feel like you've done something wrong. It's a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
A lot of work was put into that.
And I think it's being appreciated from the audience, from the boss.
And
I
that is
appreciated
awesome
the work you guys put in.
because
It was great.
we connect with those people because they're wild and fun like us. Management ain't wild and fun.
Yeah, and I don't want to, it's not us bashing management. We love our managers. We love everybody here.
They're great to us, but they just don't want us to do the show without Kevin. That was made perfectly clear.
Yep, some of the comments. V isn't into it, so it's over.
Well,
I'm not going to beg them to work harder.
Look, I'm ready to go at any point. You call me at midnight. I'm like, let's do a fucking show. You call me at 5 a on Sunday. Let's do a fucking show.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want.
I want you guys to do what you're comfortable with, but I think you should do it. I think it should be just said, hey, look, it's fine. Trust me, the audience loves it. There's no. It may sound chaotic to you, but it's under control.
Well, if and when it comes back, then maybe it'll just be Renegade.
Poor Randy, our boss, who's a newer boss,
Yeah.
who was not a part of any
No,
of this.
I don't think it was her that had anything to say with that.
It was when we had Leah that had come down.
I want to stand up for Randy. Randy believes in us.
She does.
And
she's given you it was her idea for you to do the hour on Valentine's Day. So she's all about this
She's
stuff.
a great boss to have for KVJ. She would let us, I believe she would let us do it.
I think you're right.
Now I think the speed bump is one vicious V.
Somebody texted in and said, can your bosses fire you for saying your opinion on the radio? I'm sure they can, so this is not any different.
This is we're living in different times. People don't like that. Or if you're being honest, no one said anything bad about anybody. You're just being honest about the situation.
Yeah,
it's not a good look to fire somebody for being honest and genuine about a situation.
Yeah,
so I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm not either. I think that we need to say our opinions. Look, I'm not going to say anything here that I wouldn't say to them if I were sitting down, and I would say it just this way.
I would too.
Same stuff I'd said. Be like,
no anger or anything.
I think it's a nice change up. This isn't a permanent thing. It's a show here and there, and
it's silly, and it's a different pace, and that's sometimes refreshing to people. When somebody that I know that does predictable, awesome, amazing stuff, and then they switch it up, I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, and I can already see the nation getting cut. You don't have to tweet at anybody. You don't have to get mad about this. It's all good. No one's mad.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Twitter campaign.
We're just talking real talk here.
Yeah,
love our managers.
I think it maybe was a concern expressed, and it's I don't think it was necessarily that intense from what I had heard about it. So,
you also work with two drama queens over here too, so don't forget that angle.
All right.
Speaking of a drama, I believe that your son Rocco is about 6 minutes away from sitting down in the dentist chair to get those cavities taken care of.
There's been so much drama this morning with all of that. So originally, I thought Rocco was going to be there at 8 a.m., and then they let us know, no, it's not going to be 8. So the anesthesiologist who comes in and does the IV, they do it based on age or special needs. So if there's a kid younger than Rocco or has more special needs than Rocco, then those kids go first, then it's Rocco. So Rocco got bumped from the premium early spot because the kids can't eat or drink anything. Until they go under, they can't have any food or drink. So now they were telling Rocco he has to wait till 11:15 before they would start on him.
Okay.
And it's because this stupid anesthesiologist is late coming from Miami. He didn't realize he was going to hit Miami traffic. Like it's a new thing.
Oh, shit.
So I went the fuck off on a text.
Oh, boy.
I don't know how this is going to turn out. We might have to find a new dentist.
You went off on
the establishment where he is because, I mean, come on. Now you're making a kid who's 5 and already a problem patient. We know this. That's why we're in this predicament. Now he has to wait till 11:15 with no food or drink. He can't even have a water. Nothing.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. So, Mama's a little pissed.
So what was going to be already a tough situation, just by stretching it out makes it a little bit tougher.
It's tougher because the anesthesiologist was late, that new thing, Miami traffic, and then he started running late on the patients, and so it got pushed back even more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
Let it out, Mama. Let it out.
I feel bad for Rocco because he's stressing about all of this, and now he's hungry, thirsty, stressed. How much more shit are you going to put on my kid?
Yeah, that is a challenge.
And Panda, he's probably beside himself stressed.
Mm-hmm. Well, tomorrow you'll let us know how it went.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
You're not going to go kill any anesthesiologist today?
I don't make any promises.
Okay. Becky had a question here about the puffy sweater that had come up.
Oh, shit, Kevin. She's already running hot.
I know.
You want to step into this
Yeah, I
cage?
just warmed her up a little bit before I hit her with this. She said, what was it that caused the intensity? Was it the fact that a chick was there, or was it because he didn't know who it was? I'm curious what line was crossed that ignited the fire. Because I just went through a similar situation where I found a mask with makeup in it, my husband's truck, and my first thought was of his coworker. Must have left it in there. I wasn't upset. I do trust him. I think there might have been some doubt from what I'm reading here. And it says, what's so funny, though, is I literally thought, I wonder what Vicious V would do. She would probably freak out.
No, I would just say, whose mask is this with the makeup on it? And that's what I said when I found the sweater fuzz. Whose sweater fuzz is this on my seatbelt? And the problem became exacerbated, however you say it, when he couldn't come up with a name or tell me how the sweater fuzz got there. That's when I started getting mad. And then he tried to say it was mine or the person that had the car before him because he just bought it a few months ago. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was fresh. It was just like, it felt to me like, what is he hiding? Because he's not just telling me whose sweater fuzz this is. It felt like there was some secret about whose it was.
Yeah.
And that's what made me upset. The secret part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Becky did conclude with the mask. She said, I later realized that it wasn't the coworkers, it was our daughters, and it had raspberry stains in it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, well, that's why you might want to pump the brakes on your anger, people. Get the whole story.
Which bitch, your daughter?
There's nothing worse when you are angry about a situation and you are completely wrong. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That is a lesson to us all on patience and getting the full story. All right, you guys have an amazing day. We'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.